Hey, what's up and how you doing? This is Dan over at Cheap Living in Pinellas County, St. Pete, Florida. Wanted to say hi to you again. So I've got another cooking video for you today. So what we're going to be cooking is some chorizo and chicken fajitas and or tacos. So here we go and check this out. So right here we have a pot. My favorite pot. Bought it for like $3 or $4 at Salvation Army. Nice thick bottom. This pot is actually worth like $80 if you buy it separately online, brand new, but I found it at Salvation Army. So what we have here, talk about cheap living, it's a great pot. So what do we have here is a chorizo sausage. This is the real deal. This is actually, you buy these at Publix for $5.69. You get 5 of them, and the flavor is definitely there. Actually, there's a meat market over in the Terre Verde area. Excellent. They make their own andouille and chorizo sausage, and also you can buy good chorizo sausage over at Fresh Market on 4th Street. So here you go. I'm going to sear this this one singular chorizo sausage off, make it golden brown. I am not going to cook it all the way through, and then I will definitely show you the next step. So we have this chorizo sausage here. We're letting it brown up on the bottom of the pan. That's the color that you're looking for. You want it nice and seared, but not cooked all the way through. Again, my stove is on about a 4.5 or a 5. It's been sitting on the heat for a while, so it's nice and heat. And what's going to happen is, so the chorizo sausage is searing in the pan with the oil, and it's going to get that flavor in there. And then I will show you the next step. Alright, this is all about flavor here. All those oils from this chorizo sausage seared into the bottom of this pan. Next step that we're going to do is we're going to take this diced up chicken that I have. I put some seasoning in it, and I'm going to put it right in there. Crank the heat up to about 7. We're going to stir this around, all this chicken, and we're going to get this all nice and golden brown, and definitely cook it all the way through. Then I will show you the next step. Seasonings that I use in the chicken, some kosher salt, cumin, some ground jalapeno, chili powder, a little bit of Cajun style Kingston, garlic powder, and some Tajin, which is kind of a limey, spicy flavor. Alright, so now that this chicken is nice and seared off, we are going to take the chicken, we're going to give it a little stir, make sure none of it's sticking to the bottom of the pot. And we're going to bring it over here. And we're just going to put it in a separate container real quick. Alright, so now you still have all this flavor from the chorizo sausage and the seasoning, and we're going to add a little bit of oil to the bottom of the pan. Not a lot, just a little bit. Again, we have the stovetop, turned it back down to a 5. Now we're going to add some onions. And so these are a bunch of peppers that I had. I have a whole bag of it in my freezer. So I got a bunch of peppers from the food pantry. And all you got to do is just chop them up or whatnot and put them in a plastic baggie, Ziploc, and pop them in your freezer. So we're going to add these peppers here. And we're going to let this cook down a little bit. Saute off and get a little bit of golden brown color on there. And I'll be right back. Show you the rest of the steps. Alright, so now these peppers or onions are sauteed down a little bit. I made a little room and a little well over here. And I'm going to add just a touch of oil. Not too much. Let that heat up for a second. We want to add some garlic. Of course, you don't want to put too much, but not too little. And you want that to saute down a little bit. And when it gets nice and golden brown a little bit, I will show you the next step. So I had to stir that garlic in. I didn't think it was going to cook that fast. So now that garlic is mixed in with the peppers and the onions, next thing we want to do is right here, I got some diced tomato. Now we want to cook that down a little bit. And we want to add, this is that seared off chicken. And then I split that chorizo sausage in half, then sliced it up, and put it on in there. So, this is what's going to happen. With those tomatoes in there, you want to put this thing on about a 2. So I'm going to put my oven, my stovetop, on about a 2. I'm going to cap that. Now what's going to happen is those tomatoes are going to liquefy and stew down. And it's going to make it a little bit wet. And then the liquid from the tomatoes is going to start to sear off a little bit. And I will show you the next step. Alright, would you look at that? Exactly what I said would happen. So those tomatoes broke down and they released liquid. And now you want this to take the cover off. And you want it to reduce just a little bit. And then I will show you some food porn. So the next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be cooking some rice. And this is one of my favorite cooking utensils. I bought this off of Amazon for I think 10 or 15 bucks like 5 years ago, and it's lasted me a very, very long time. It is probably, I know it's a cheap rice cooker, but it really, really works awesome. So I'm going to show you how I cook my rice. Now, the first thing you have to do with most rice, if it's normal plain rice, I like jasmine rice, which is what is here in this cup. This is jasmine rice. Jasmine rice is usually very, very clean, and you usually don't have to wash it, but I'm going to show you how to wash your rice. So you want to put a little bit in a strainer, and you want to put it on cold water, and you just want to wash out all the starch that's in there, so this way your rice comes out nice and separate, and the liquid that comes out, see, it's not really showing it here, because jasmine rice is usually very, very clean. But what it does is it washes out all of the starch that is inside rice that makes it stick together and get clumpy and not cook right. So this is actually going to be black beans and rice, and it's the simplest way that I do black beans and rice. It comes out absolutely awesome every single time I do it. And then you want to put that right inside the rice cooker. We're going to do the other second half. And this is 2 cups of jasmine rice. You can do this with any kind of rice. It really doesn't matter. But every single time it comes out perfect for me. And it really saves you time on the stovetop. And this rice cooker is absolutely amazing. So the first thing you want to do is wash this rice off. As you can see, and get some of that water out. Okay. And let me grab my phone here. And then you want to put it right inside this rice cooker. Okay. Then the next thing you want to do is you want to put 3 cups of water to 2 cups of rice inside the rice cooker. That is my recipe, and I'm sticking to it. I've been doing it for a very, very long time, and it works perfectly every single time. So that's 3 cups of water to 2 cups of rice. So there you go. There is 3 cups of water to 2 cups of rice. You want to put probably about a tablespoon and a half, maybe 2 tablespoons of butter in there if you like butter. Now you buy this stuff at the Dollar Tree in the box. You get these at the Dollar Tree. There's a Saison Goya. And then you have another one here, which is the Polio. They're little packages. And you want to put at least one, sometimes two, depending on your taste buds, of the chicken. And then one package of the Saison. And then I usually add a little bit, of course it's my go-to, but not a lot, just a little itty bitty tiny bit of the Cajun style Kingston spice mix. Just a touch, not too much. All right, and then you want to turn your rice cooker on and pop the lid on it, and then you just have to wait 20 minutes. As soon as 20 minutes is up, I'll show you what else to do. In the meantime, while that rice is cooking, what we have here is just a simple can of black beans. Got these at the food pantry. You want to empty them out in a strainer. You don't want any of that nasty, funky sodium juice in there or anything like that. Don't worry about that stuff on the bottom. And then you want to rinse that off with a little bit of water and get rid of that. And that's your black beans right there, my friends. And you want to put this right in the bottom of a Tupperware. Just like that. There you go. And I'll show you when the rice is ready of what I do next. So the rice cooker just clicked, notifying me and letting me know that my rice is ready. So usually what I like to do is as soon as it clicks, because I don't want the bottom to burn, and yeah, you can keep it in here and keep it warm, but sometimes when you do that, it kind of burns the bottom a little bit. So what I like to do is as soon as it clicks and my rice is ready, see that with the black beans in there? You just pour that whole thing. Ooh, I won't burn my phone. Right in there. You do not want that sticky stuff on the bottom of the pan. Just ignore that. The rest of that rice. You want to take your tongs. Your black beans and rice is done. You can add more black beans, you can add more seasoning or whatever you want to it. This is good enough for me. It tastes absolutely delicious. The rice is all nice and separated. And there you go. There's some nice simple black beans and rice for you. So I'm going to show you what I'm getting ready to do. I'm actually going to make a chicken and chorizo burrito. So give me 1 minute and I will show you the food porn. So what you have here is some large tortillas from Walmart. It's like $2.40 for a package, right? You put it on a plate. And I like extra sharp cheddar cheese. You want to put that right on here. So I decided to make a burrito instead of doing tacos. Plus I'm hungry, so. Right? So you got that. Let's bring this over to your trusty toaster oven. That's not going to sit right over there. And you want to crank your heat all the way up because you want that cheese to melt as quickly as possible. And keep your eye on it. When this burrito is done, I'll show you what it looks like. And there you go. Black beans with rice. Chicken and chorizo taco mix, I guess you would want to say, or fajita mix or whatnot. Some sour cream and some Cholula. I know it looks boring on the plate after it's wrapped, but you know damn well this is going to be super delicious. You guys have a good one. Please send me a like. Check out all my videos. Subscribe. And I will see you in my next video. Looking forward to it. See you later.